This is Heartbeat, a program specially dedicated to all lovers out there keeping young lovers together. This is a program for you. On Heartbeat, we tackle everything that the joys, the ins and outs, the intricacies, and the complexities that is of love. So why don't you join me tonight as we take our journey, as we take a ride down the journey of love and understand and see celebrate everything that is love. My name is Gucci, and like a deck of cards, I am your giant. Dive right into the topic of the day. So don't go anywhere. Stay tuned. Stay tuned. You're still too. The sound of my a program dedicated to lovers out there. And of course, my name is G. Deck of cards. I, Jack of. And in the immortal words of Charlie Chaplin, I'm a tramp, a gentleman, a poet, a dream, only fellow who is hopeful of Rome. And if you're out there, want to join us, you can go and check us out on social media, Facebook. Check us out on Human Rights 1.1. You can also check us out on YouTube, Twitter. Go out there, join in, send a comment, tell us what you think, and just live. Now, last week we talked about very interesting. We talked about pride, and we talked about how that insecurity of always wanting to know, not stemmed from the partner. That insecurity within pushes you, because you get a lot of questions asked about people checking your partners, significant others, phones, checking them. You get questions. Well, last week we tried to treat. I wanted to put that into our view, our listeners. That stems, and it also ability. Yeah, I want to give me your hand, like we always say, is an island of knowledge or library, and we're all going to open up. True, it right? Hold you truly as possible. Now, many people can argue, but I want to engage. And while we're engaging, calling me, giving your opinion, we're going to try. Numbers 991011. I'll take it again. 081 89991011. The question is honesty truly the best policy in a relationship? Now, first and foremost, we've had this conversation many times, and I'm going to just state this up front. Honesty is the cornerstone of every relationship. But then, how much is too much honesty? Don't get me wrong, if I'm confusing you, let me break that down. Honesty is truly the best policy in every relationship. It is the foundation, it's the cornerstone, because from honesty you get trust. From that trust, belief, faith, whatever. But honesty, genuine honesty, is always the cornerstone. But then, the divide comes in how far do we go with the truth. Now, as adults, as we grow older, as we get older as a species, as people, it's always good to be upfront, honest with your partner. But then, what is too much honesty? Sometimes you have a man or a woman who tells a little white lie. Now, what is a little white lie? Like my producer would say, You would say lie is lie. There is no white lie, there is no big lie or small lie. Lie is a lie. But then, I think I have my first caller. Hello. Oh, it looks like I lost that call. All right, let me get back to my train of thought. So, a lie is a lie, according to my producer. There's nothing like a white lie, a small lie, a big lie. But then, sometimes, what would you call the situation where you lie for the greater good? Maybe there are things going on at work. Maybe there's some pressure on you as a breadwinner, as a provider. But you don't want your family to panic. So you tell your wife or you tell your spouse, everything is okay. Everything is going on great. Even though it's not as great or as rosy as it is. Now, if you look at it from one way, that's a lie. That's a lie. Everything isn't great. But then, let's look at it from the other way. You don't want to worry your spouse. You don't want them to worry. You're trying to protect them. Sometimes we tell lies to protect the ones we love. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening. I apologize. Good evening. How are you doing, my brother?
My name is Moses Davidson. I'm calling from our extension.
All right. How are you doing this day? How's your Monday, sir?
Good.
All right. Talk to me.
Yeah, I'm a first-time caller.
Okay. Welcome to the program.
Thank you.
So,
I'm hearing your program on radio.
Okay. Yeah.
I decided to call because I'm personally affected by that because seriously my own girlfriend, which I proposed to, the problem that we are having is that she's not honest.
Okay.
She's not honest to me, which that is not building the trust that I have to her. So I may talk to her on one or two issues she may deny, but at last, if I literally found I investigate, then I'll now find out that what she's telling me is a lie. So I don't know how I'm going to do about that.
Okay. Moses, how long have you and your girlfriend been dating?
Sir?
How long have you been together with your girlfriend?
Yeah, about 8 months now.
6 months. Okay, Moses, you said 6 months, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. I'm going to say this to you. If 6 months into your relationship, your girlfriend is not honest with who she is, because fundamentally, like we said, honesty is the foundation of every relationship. You can't start or have any kind of relationship without some sort of honesty. Now, like I said, I'm throwing the question open out to people to, if they feel honesty truly is the best policy. But in this situation, in your situation, I'm going to say this to you. I don't think that's a very good sign. If off the bat, especially when it's I think maybe we'll have a conversation about this, but they say whether men lie more than women or women lie more than men. I think that's just relative. But the truth is, if you're having this kind of situation right now, 6 months into your relationship, and it's not just one lie, it's not two lies, she's not being honest from the get-go, that is a sign for disaster, my brother. And I think you need to reevaluate that relationship.
Because that is what is even like delaying. She wanted me to because to make a promise that okay, we'll go to our family.
Yeah.
Go out to know our family or so. But because of what I newly understand the kind of woman that she is, that I started delaying and withdrawing it back so that I will not proceed what I may maybe.
Okay, get into something you can handle.
Yeah.
I understand where you're coming from. But if you are being totally honest with your partner and your partner isn't being totally honest with you, that's not a fair or balanced relationship. You understand? I'm not saying, I'm not going to stand and say I'm taking your side or her side because I'm hearing from you. But based on what you're telling me, if you are being straightforward with her and she isn't being straightforward with you, you need to re-evaluate that relationship before you take it any further, because the longer the two of you are together and more feelings, it's going to be harder to detach. But honesty, sometimes it's very hard for some people to open up. Or maybe, sometimes you hear a woman tell you something like, oh, I said that just to test you or whatever. But like I said, oh, Moses, we lost that call. But if you can hear me, Moses, I think you need to reevaluate that relationship. 6 months in, and you're catching her in the middle of certain bibs. I think that's not. Like we said, or like I've been saying, honesty is the foundation of the relationship. But then it also depends how like we said. That's why I posed this question: truly best policy, total. Because if I go by, like my father would say, human beings, if we were meant to understand or see into each other's mind, we're able to read into each other's mind. God had designed or created us to be open with other people. In fact, our brains and our heads would be open, and then you wouldn't even need to tell the person anything. You wouldn't need to say anything. They could just read your truth from your face. But then there's a reason why we are created the way we're created. Being totally honest with your partner, being totally open with your partner, is a relationship you choose. And that honesty, you choose to be open, you choose to have a relationship with this person, and you choose to be. But then there's a difference I point out between honesty and vulnerability. Now, that honesty is the policy and all, but sometimes we find that the reason why we ourselves as aren't fully, totally honest is that fear, that vulnerability. Because there's nothing more painful. You can be shot, you can be stabbed. Yes, those are physical pain, but the pain is sacred, emotional pain. And we tend to be a bit more guarded about it. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening. Welcome to Heartbeat. What's your name and where are you calling me from?
I'm calling from FCT Abuja.
FCT Abuja. Okay.
Yeah. Mark local government.
What's your name, sir?
My name is Ibrahim Samuel Madaki.
Right, Ibrahim, talk to me. What can I do for you this evening?
Please, I just need a girl for 20 Yes,
Okay. Right. Ibrahim, you're going to text me your details to this, okay?
Okay, I've already tested.
Oh, you've already texted it. Okay.
Yes.
I will review it and I'll get back to you as soon as I can, okay?
Okay, sir.
All right, but Ibrahim, before you go, I want to ask you,
sir.
in your opinion, is honesty truly the best policy in a relationship?
Sir?
Is honesty truly the best policy in a relationship?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Okay, Ibrahim, thank you so much for your opinion.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Have a pleasant morning or evening.
Okay. I'm a first time caller.
Okay, Ibrahim, I drop my hat to you and I throw a big salute. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
All right, have a pleasant evening. Enjoy yourself.
Okay, thank you, sir.
All right. Yes. So, like we were saying, a lot of people would argue that honesty isn't truly the best. You have a situation where a lot of men and even women tend to go through this. They tell about sharing how much you earn, worker, sharing how much you earn, partner. They tell you hear a lot of men say, bad idea how much you truly earn, partner. When it comes down to hands, be gives you that air of respect or whatever. Now, but a lot of people will argue that should always be to know where you're coming. Nobody wants to be put up with some, kind of surprise. And yes, there are good surprises, maybe, but nobody wants thoughts with it. Hey, what if relationship you didn't married to passes away? But then this truth thing, you share this with hurt order or that. What do you or do you call in? The number two again is I'll take it. 0889. Yes, honesty is always the good to be. But oh, good morning. Hello. Hello, good morning. Morning. Welcome to Heartbeat. Hello, can you turn the volume? Hello. I'm trying to look at it from both, trying to be as objective. There are arguments for the, being totally honest, full disclosure in a relationship. There are arguments that go against it. Now, as a human being, men as women, we tend to put our best, especially when it comes to like the date. You first meet a person, want to engage in a relationship, someone that you're attracted to, maybe on that first date, we tend to project the best selves, our best selves forward, the best parts of us, try to put it, and sometimes we even embellish. I didn't say lie, embellish. We try to embellish ourselves or more presentable or more desirable. You see, back then, for the advent of currency and let's say prehistoric times, say primitive times, where when man was a primitive, it was always the best hunter or the best gatherer. It was brawn that reigned over me. Strongest hunter, the person who could provide the best, that got first pick, mate, and it was those ones, those hunter gatherers, people with the best skills that tend to be picked off as put. We now live in an age where it's that brawn. It's not about having a six pack or being tall or broad shouldered or being pretty that attracts you, that makes you attractive. Not anymore. Now it's down to man has advanced to the point where it's all in the mind. It's what your brain has. Brains are now drawn, and because what your brain can provide to the table, we still on a primary, on a sub-primary level, we're looking for the best providers for us, which comes down to money now. Money is the new brawn. Hence, have people who can provide that security, that financial, that stability, that way of life, that tend to attract more. So you find men now are caught up in the act of pursuing girls based on what you have. You have a guy in a flashy car and doesn't seem it fit gentlemanly. A woman he drives up to. That is now wrong. That is now attraction. Spending that cash or taking gives you that kind of deal. Find girls being attracted. Not all, don't think, but it's an observation. Now, because of that clash, that that attraction tends to it is the pose. Money doesn't. What what is the value now when it comes? Is he that person truly that? Because if he don't know where all that cash or is coming, if he chooses to hide from, or he chooses to have that special balance just away from, do you question it? Hold on to it. Focus. Let's flip it up. Let's say you're a girl, or let's say you're a guy. You're in. Seems like be good for you. At that home for you. Beautiful. You're looking at what parts or the parts you don't know what has ashes, the heat, there. Now, is that truly being? I'm already getting some shade from my producer over there, but I'm just making a point. Would you call that fashion, or would you when you wear those heels make you a little tall? When you fix that weave on your hair, and you put on those that make your brighter, is that fashion? Because if we truly walked around open and all, be our true, we wouldn't even we would attract the people that we want. So we embellish, we present our best. Now, in that is that truly being? Because we talk about honesty. You hear a lot of people, I want somebody who doesn't lie. But can you really the raw, real truth, or is it selective? Don't get me wrong. Honesty is the best, but honesty in the parts that count, the parts that are most accurate. Yes, it's always good to be about the fundamental, about life-changing events. About I remember we had a planning to marry, really done for all of it. Finds out this person had children. The person was married before, had children. Now, he was already on the verge of change because she. Oh, but then I posed this question. I said, "What if you put yourself in this? Or how?" But then she, with something as fundamental, and they had already advanced age. Now, in that kind of a situation. Hello, good morning.
Hello?
Hello, good evening. Sorry, good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening. Welcome to Heartbeat.
My name is Mubarak.
Your name is what, sir?
Mubarak.
Oh, Mubarak. Where's Mubarak calling me from?
Yeah. I'm calling from Abuja here, closer to you.
Right. How are you doing this evening? How's your area?
I'm here the topic that you are talking about.
Pardon?
I am here that you are talking about.
Okay. Would you like to contribute to the topic?
Originally is any human being gets honesty in his life. With peace and tranquility, it is apply for his life.
Okay.
No matter how man is his justice in his life. A good human being to get justice in his life.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, Mubarak.
Have a wonderful night.
All right. You too. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Okay.
All right. Now, Mubarak saying honesty is any man who has honesty in his life really get that justice. That's a very valid point. Hello, good morning. Good evening. Good evening. Welcome to Heartbeat. How are you doing this evening? All right. What's your name and where are you calling me from? Sorry, could you turn down the volume of your radio set, please? If you can hear me, please call back. The number once again is 081 8999 1011. And if you're going to call in, please turn down the volume of your radio set so that you can hear me, I can hear you, and we can communicate. Yes, we're talking about honesty, and I'm posing out this question. I'm saying, is honesty truly the best policy? What is your thoughts? Do you agree or do you disagree? Call in. Chat. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Welcome to Heartbeat.
Yes, sir.
What's your name and where are you calling me from?
My name is Samuel.
Samuel. Where are you calling me from, Samuel?
Calling from Gasha, Abuja.
All right. Talk to me. How's your area this morning?
It's very cool.
What can I do for you?
I just for this that I was doing.
Yeah.
That is honesty.
Hello?
My own contribution there is Hello?
Hello, Samuel. I can hear you. Yes, continue.
Okay. Honestly, is to
work. Samuel, if you can hear me, please call back. I think Samuel had something very important to say. Please call back if you can. We're talking about honesty. Honesty, whether it's truly the best policy. Yes, and like I've said honesty is the foundation of every relationship. But then, what kind of honesty? I mean, what kind of truth do you want to live in? There's this popular saying, it says, live in your truth. Everybody should always try to live. Hello, good morning.
Yes, I'm calling back.
Samuel, thank you. All right, talk to me. All right, Samuel, talk to me. We can hear you.
Yeah. Honestly, what you're saying about
honest, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Honest is being truthful to one another.
Mm.
And, whatever thing that you are doing,
Mm-hmm.
but make sure that you let your partner or your friend
Mm-hmm.
to be honest, to be sincere.
Mm.
You have to be sincere with your friend.
Okay.
So that if you show the truth, yeah, that's what I think.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right, Samuel, thank you so much. That was Samuel. Samuel saying in a relationship, it's always very, very important to let your significant other, your friend, your partner, spouse, your lover, whoever it is, let them know. No matter what it is, just let them know. Whether it's good or whether it's bad, just let them know. Yeah, there's a point to that. But then, like I said, I'm gonna look at it from the how many people can truly accept or truly understand or truly live in that honesty, who can truly accept one's truth. Because when you open yourself up, when you expose yourself, when you truly are honest, and when I mean honesty, I also mean that vulnerability. I don't mean honesty in the sense that, oh, this is my name, this is my age. Yes, those are fundamental truths that I don't. But I'm talking about vulnerability, being truly open and honest, and opening yourself, opening your heart to someone, in the sense that you are vulnerable. Everybody has this. Everybody has that deep darkness, that's inner self, the true soul inside. We all have it. And now opening that up, another person, trusting yourself or opening yourself up to that degree to allow another person into your life, into that true self of you. It's a truly terrifying thing because we always try to project our best selves to our partner. We always want people, we have what we call the image that we present to the world. And then there is our true image. We always want for our partners to best of see us at our. But then you open that self, that inner self. You trust this person enough to open yourself up without that fear of judgment or rejection. We truly live in that honor. That honor. We truly live in a truly walk this person in that honor without the fear of rejection, without that doubt. That's where a lot of these things come from. A lot of these problems in relationships. Sometimes we want to be our best selves. We want even the best for our partners. So we go above and beyond what is us. We exaggerate present our partner, so that they see us. They always see us. You always want your partner to be who you are and accept you, that totality. That's what we crave for. Now, would you say in that context that you can trust your partner? Or are there degrees? What do you think? Call in, share your idea. Again, this is 818999. I think for us in relationships, we have to understand the definition of honesty as it relates to a relationship. Like in the context of a relationship, that honesty. You see, in my opinion, honesty in a relationship is not just about fact sharing or sharing specific information. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good evening.
Oh, sorry, good evening. I keep mixing them up.
My name is Abubakar.
Abubakar, where are you calling me from?
Yeah. I'm calling from Europe.
All right. How's your area this evening?
Very calm.
All right. Talk to me.
Yeah, my contribution about this honest topic that we're talking about is that, in the time of relationship, it's good to be honest to each other. Maybe I or my my fiance, whatever that's going on between each other, we need to, to let each other to know so that I know that this one that she's doing is a true love.
Yes.
So that is my own contribution.
Okay. Abubakar, thank you so much. Thank you for your contribution. Right. Have a pleasant morning. Right. Thank you. Yes. When you truly love someone, that's it. So that true self, because you love this person. That's what brings it. That's where my point. Now, like I was saying, honesty in a relationship. It's not about fact sharing. It's not about specific sharing specific information. It's about opening yourself, totality, towards the service of the relationship, towards the relationship in which the direction you want your relationship to go in. If you're looking at a long-term relationship, person in life, person, then it's on you. It's you who determines how this relationship goes by the foundations you lay. Now, if you decide, okay, you know what, I'm going to hold back some information, something back from the person, you must realize that as you're holding that information back, as you choose selective information to hold back from your partner, you are not accepting that vulnerability. You're not putting yourself in that vulnerable space. Then you cannot expect your partner to that gesture. Now, if it comes down to relationship, I can't stress this enough. I've always believed, and I've always said this, just be straight. Nobody's perfect. Like we said, we always, when we meet people we love and care for, we want to project that our best self. We want to push ourselves forward. We want that person to see us in that light. We want them to see us that the best of us. But if you are holding back, because one thing you must realize, as you're trying to present your best self, you must also realize that who you are is made up of both the good parts of and the bad parts. So laying all your partner to acknowledge, appreciate you in totality, that makes you leaving yourself vulnerable to your partner. That is that you, and then you trust that your partner, that sense of honesty them and accept. Because as much as you want them to do, you should also remember that they accept them. You're still tuned to Radio 1. We're going to take a short break, and when we come back, the lines are still open. We're going to keep this discussion open. Fluid discussion. We're just going to talk about it. Have a point. Agree with it. Believe that honesty truly is the best. Or do you believe it really isn't? Call in, share your opinion. Don't go anywhere. Back after this. Okay, you.
Yeah.
Heartbeat. Beat one. You're still tuned to video 10. This of car. Tonight we've been talking. Feel that. What do you think? If also you're out there, you can call. Let's talk. Let's find that solution. Now, we're talking about honesty. Get it from. But one thing we've established from the beginning, from the get go, that honesty is the foundation of every relationship. Cornerstone. Honesty is key. What do you think? Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Good morning. Welcome to Heartbeat. Welcome to Heartbeat.
Thank you.
All right, what's your name and where are you calling from? What is your name and where are you calling from? You're live on Human Rights Radio, and this is Heartbeat.
It's Queen.
Queen, how are you doing? Where's Queen calling me from?
Gary.
Pardon?
Gary.
Gary? All right. How's Gary this morning?
Fine.
All right, talk to me. What's on your what do you want to talk about? Do you want to contribute about the topic we've been speaking about?
Hello?
Hello. Can you hear me, Queen?
Yeah.
So, what is your contribution to this program?
You.
All right. Good morning to you too. Do you have something to contribute to the program this morning?
Yeah.
Do you have something to contribute to the program this morning? Queen, if you can hear me, I don't know whether you know you are on air or not. You are live. It's radio 1.1 FM, and the program is Heartbeat. And the topic we're talking about, honesty. Question everyone think about it. Give their own opinion to is honesty truly the best? Now that we understand, established honesty, cornerstone. I want to also make a point. See, being honest doesn't mean you have to divulge or share every last of about yourself. Hello, good morning.
Hey.
Good morning. Welcome to Heartbeat. Fine, thank you. Pretty sure this is Vera. How are you doing? You're one of our regulars, and there's no way that we won't know who you are. Always acknowledge you. Oh, thank you so much. Vera, how was your day? All right. Fine, thank you. Fantastic day.
Well, the topic of today is very, very important. Even in the relationship all over the world.
Yeah.
I can always say God, even in the Bible, is there. And let your yes be yes, and let your no be no. Yeah. So in this situation now, no matter what the things they are doing, honesty is very important because somebody will know you for who you are.
Okay.
Whenever you say yes, yes, say no, no. Understand? Because sometimes you have a relationship, you're not telling the person the truth. You have to be able to trust you. Understand? That honest has to do with trust. close friends. Wait, do whatever it is they're doing, and wait. If the person is the type of person who tell you, you know that you are not waiting for nothing. Like that.
Yeah.
So we are telling the type of person who doesn't tell truth. That's why we always talk. Himself or doing that kind of thing. So you don't have to be very sure, 100% sure that this person says the truth, what he's planning to do. And secondly, the issue of you talking about not giving it 100%.
Yes.
It's supposed to be 100% because this relationship is a situation whereby one, you have to be very proud of the person you are going out with.
Okay.
Tell her or him everything. But even you are not there, the person can say on your behalf what you can do and what you cannot do.
Yes.
Because of you have told her everything. If you are really comfortable that as you now make the person to like say, I don't know. So the person will not be too much sure about you.
All right.
Understand?
Yes.
So this issue, you have to be 100%. I know some people will know we take it for granted because that's what one of the guys there.
Yes. Yes.
And to the real aspect, very, very important because you have to wait and like this. Then it takes you to London and come back.
Yes.
Do the same thing. Understand?
Yes.
That's why it's very, very important.
Okay. All right.
Thank you very much.
All right, Vera. Thank you so much for your contribution.
Yeah.
All right. Have a pleasant evening. Thank you so much, Vera. Right. That was Vera, our biggest fans and contributors on the program. Honesty, in her opinion, is truly the best policy. In a relationship, you must keep it 100. As put 100% totally open, sense that whatever happens, whatever goes down, partner can know exactly who you are, and aren't any surprises. Anything. Thank you so much. You're still tuned to radio, and I am Buchian like a. I am your jack of hearts. We've been talking about honesty. Pose the question. Honesty. Some people have argued for it, some people have argued against it. We have all established very vital and is the foundation. But then there's something and partner, that person, a significant, they handle you. Because we tend to see some people, partners handle, and it's that fear of, oh, I love this person, so I want to protect that person. But when you try to protect that person because you feel that they can't handle you, can't handle right, cover up. What essentially you're doing is undermining that person subconsciously. You may feel you did this to protect that. You did this because you love this person so much. But then the truth is a bitter medicine. It's always hard to swallow, but in the end, good for you. So, in my opinion, one should always live in truth. Be truthful to yourself and be partner. Be honest, open. You're human. You're flawed. You're not perfect. You don't have all the answers. Live in it. Accept it. The truth is, you are who you are. And whoever loves you should love you for exactly who you are, not what you project, or what you feel, aspire to be who you are in the we're human beings, we're always constant. In fact, for being the now, live. Don't be afraid. Somebody will love you for exactly who you're afraid that this person cannot accept for who you are in your truth. Then maybe that person doesn't really love you. Because if someone truly loves you, it doesn't matter who you are, what you tend to do, accept you wholeheartedly. Hello, good morning. Looks like we call. Please call back. Number again is 31. Like Vera said, let your the book tells us all religions some sort of honest, not just to your partner, understand and accept that those things, laws, are what make. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Welcome to Heartbeat. Hello, can you hear me? Yeah, good morning. Welcome to Heartbeat.
Thank you.
What?
This Moses from Jabi.
Sorry, I can't hear you. Your name? Could you repeat your name, please?
My name is Moses from
Moses.
Jabi.
Moses from Jabi. How's Jabi this morning, my brother?
Jabi is fine, sir.
All right, talk to me. What's on your mind?
Yeah, I'm just tuning in and I heard the topic. Really, no matter what it is, honesty is the best policy in a relationship. Yes, it is, because being not honest, you know, if your partner gets to find out that you're not 100% honest, it's better, no matter how bitter it is, it's better to be open so that at least.
Hello? Hello? Ah. Oh. Hello? Hello? Moses, if you can hear me, please call back. This is still Human Radio 10. We're going to take a short break. When we come back, we're going to have your call. Just a quick break. Don't go anywhere. Right back. this Heartbeat. And I am Bucci, and like a deck, I am your Jack of Hearts. Tonight we've been talking about, I put out a question to you out to ask, honestly, truly, the best part. And we've tried to look at it from both sides, but one thing is clear. Honesty is the relationship. But what is? What does it mean? Be open. And we said, we put the fact that honesty, true honesty, goes on sharing. It's opening up yourself and being vulnerable with your partner. But then it is that fear of rejection, or that fear of not being accepted as who we are, that drives us, and that we tend to embellish or try to say things, trying to paint ourselves in a. Now, if honesty is truly the best policy in a relationship, if honesty is the cornerstone of a relationship, that means honesty, laying bare we are, leaving ourselves vulnerable and exposed to the people that we love. Now, I was saying before we went out, I was saying that another point always to remember about being honest, it doesn't mean that you're divulging or sharing every last bit of information that is who you are, every piece of information. No. But sometimes it's choosing, or it's actively choosing, open yourself to your partner, to be vulnerable, to be exposed, and sometimes holding back certain information can be good. I want to read a quote I read in a book. I can't really remember what it was, but it goes something like, it says, honesty requires you to tell the truth, absolutely, but not necessarily all that you know. What does that mean? Now, it can mean a lot of things to anybody, but to me, in that regard, honesty, yes, of course, being truthful and being open, but not divulging. It's not every nook and cranny, because as an individual, as a human being, there's still certain parts of yourself, of who you are, that you are entitled to keep to yourself. It's what makes us who we are. The things that you keep to yourself, the things that are yours, and for your own sanity and for your own personality, I suggested. But when you're in a relationship, you must remember, it is vital, it is key to be open and totally honest with your partner. Hence, I believe the conclusion to our story is honesty still remains the one true policy. I want to thank everybody that called in to share their ideas and I want to thank my producer, the prolific one, the Grandmaster herself, Shaw, for keeping it locked. I also want to thank Baba K, the visual department. I want to thank my fellow producer, my co-presenter, Ashley, and Mr. Brown for keeping me. You're still tuned to Radio 10 FM. This has been Heartbeat. Thank you. Tomorrow we're going to come back with a bigger, better pack and an exciting topic, and we can learn and grow together. We take this journey down the tunnel of love. Have a pleasant. See you on the other side. And remember, there is only one happiness in life, and that is to love and be loved. Good night.